Good afternoon, everyone. Just want to do a little video to go through some little principles of loose lead walking. And yes, loose lead walking with a dog in a harness. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we see lots of videos about, dogs shouldn't be in a harness because a harness makes a dog pull. Harnesses don't make a dog pull at all. I mean, here's Bliss, she's in a harness. Why is she not pulling? If a harness actually makes a dog pull, why is it there? What makes a dog pull is the drive and desire to get to the thing that they want to get to. Okay. And those who know me have seen plenty of my videos where people have come to me with dogs that have been trained by other trainers on prong collars, and yet the dog still pulls in a prong collar and nearly decapitates itself. Dogs that have been trained in slip leads, which are designed, obviously prong collars, slip leads, things like that, are designed to work on negative reinforcement, so they cause pain and discomfort when the dog pulls, so tightens around the neck, dog stops, comes back, pressure's released, therefore they learn that it pays to be at your side. Well, I don't want to use that in my training. I want to teach my dog to walk with me and enjoy walking with me. I'm not a trainer who bothers about having the dog permanently stuck at my side and kind of too afraid to kind of have a look at something and wander off. No, I want them to just not be like this when dragging down. But surely if a harness made a dog pull, Bliss would be pulling right now. Now, they might say that a harness can make it easier to pull, and that might be partly true in the fact that obviously then it's around the body and if the dog is pulling. But if you think about it, and physics matters, right? So if you think about sled dog harness, which is always the comparison, think about sled dogs. Well, the fastening for a sled dog is down here, bum, and the lead and the fastening is then flat because it's fastened to the sled, and that puts weight down on the bum, which then makes the back leg squat, this is where the power is in a dog, those back legs, and that's what causes them to drive. With canicross, so people that run with their dogs, they have a belt and the fastening is somewhere down here in the middle of that back, good girl. And the angle is slightly steeper. So with the harness, it's then flat on a sled dog. If you think about World's Strongest Man, they don't pull from the nose cone down, they pull from the front wheel and it's flat. But we don't walk our dogs like that, okay? We walk at a steeper angle. So with canicross, you get a slightly steeper angle, and then with a walking harness, the fastening is up here near where the collar is, to be fair, and the angle is then like that. So physics matters. But the reality is, again, think about why your dog's pulling. What is the drive? Is it because they're getting to a destination, i.e. the park, where they then get to go off lead and play with a ball, or meet their friends and go and play with all that kind of stuff? So for me, the mistake that I see a lot is the dog will go out and pull, okay? And then the person will stop and the dog will come back to the side, and then they'll reward it for being at the side. Well, you've created an inadvertent reward loop there of the dog going out, coming back, getting a reward. Going out, coming back, getting a reward. That's not the loop you want. You need to reward the dog for migrating with you, okay? So I won't reward the dog for coming back to me. I reward the dog for moving with me. And like I say, in terms of things like prong collars and slip leads, what those trainers are saying is that they cannot train a dog to walk nicely in a harness. That's what they're basically saying. They might go, oh, well, I find it easier in those things, but well, you might find it easier because it causes pain and discomfort, but I'm a trainer that wants to just teach my dog. My emphasis is on teaching. We don't teach anything in the human world. We don't teach kids. We don't teach new starters in jobs through pain and discomfort. We don't do any teaching. No one goes, what's 1 + 1? Oh, 3, and then you get a slap around the face. We don't do that. You don't start a new job and then get something wrong and immediately you're kicked, right? It doesn't work that way, okay? So I want to teach her what to do. So trainers that kind of go on to this thing where it's about the tool, no, it's about the skill of the ability to be able to pass that information on to you. So again, Bliss, this way with me. So I start with, I've got a setup here just with some cones, and this is a place of excitement for Bliss. We play games here. She jumps up onto a platform that's there, and I'm just going to walk around these cones with me, and I'm using my cue, which is with me, and I use the cue with me when she's at my side, so she knows that with me means there, and then I can reward her for walking with me. Okay, then I can move off, I can then stop, she stops with me, then I can move off, Okay, she's gone slightly ahead, but again, look how I'm walking with the lead. And then I can just keep walking around. And then what I would do over time is I would increase the duration that I'm walking before I deliver the reward. So first time I might just, my starting point might be, right, Bliss, come here. Might be from here, and my mission is 1, 2, 3, reward. Then it might be 1, 2, 3, reward. 1, 2, 3, reward, and 1, 2, 3, reward. So I create a bit of a pattern, 1, 2, 3, reward, etc. But then very quickly, and this is the important thing, okay, I need to move away from that and I need to start changing the criteria. So Bliss, so obviously the next step would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and reward. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and reward. And again, then that criteria is going to change until I can start creeping further and further. And look, you know, I've not even got hold of the lead with me. Can add the cue of with me. So again, I'm pairing that with her being at my side, walking lovely on a harness. Oh my gosh. And I've done a few loops here. Now, obviously this is in the back garden, an area she knows, but then I'm going to change the criteria and we're going to move the stimulus outside. With me. Good girl. Well done. Then I can unclip the lead. Okay, go. Good girl. And then just send her off. So again, remember, if you're being told that you have to use a slip lead, a prong collar, or a grot collar, or something that when your dog pulls, they're going to choke themselves to death, right? Now, if you're struggling to hold on to the dog, then obviously, yep, you can think about piece of equipment. If you've got a 70-kilogram dog and the dog is a massive puller, then, you know, I might agree that a harness is not necessarily the right piece of equipment, but then I'd be going, you know, we need to get the basics right first. So the training would need to start in the back garden. So we're not creating those stimulus, and we still don't need to go to heavy aversives to teach that dog. But the number of dogs that I have seen walking around the park where they're still pulling in things like grot collars, choke collars, prong collars, and they are choking themselves, still trying to get to the object, that hasn't stopped. So while negative reinforcement is a thing that can work, it can be massively detrimental, and that's why I don't do it. I'd rather teach the dog that way. And yet this is a Springer Spaniel, right, walking nice on a harness. So again, say this, you know, any trainers who sort of say harnesses make a dog pull, they're lying. And any trainer that says you need to change from a harness to something else, they're basically saying that they do not have the skills to train the dog in a harness. And there is nothing wrong with that, as long as they were open and honest about that it is their lack of ability, right? And they say that I'm going to train it this way because I don't have the skills to do that. That would be a much better approach, rather than blaming the tool. And it's funny that on the flip side, that if then other trainers will question a tool, they go, oh, it's not the tool, it's the person training it. So why does that not apply for a harness? Okay, so they'll argue that if you slag off a tool like a slip lead, that, you know, oh, it's not the tool, it's the person using it. Well, why is that not exactly the same principle for a harness? And physics matters, science matters, and pulling is caused by the dog's desire to get to the thing that it wants to get to. And if the desire to get to excuse me, I was going to sneeze then, a dog over there is greater than the discomfort that they're feeling, they will drag you all the way there. But here is a simple way. And again, Bliss, middle, pop her in, clip her on, with me, good girl, and then we walk. And again, you know, I've not even really got hold of that lead. I've got no treats in my hand either, girl. Oh, come this way. Good. Walk around, couple of targets. Can stop. Good girl. Reward. Move off. Move off again. Sit. With me. Good girl. Good job. Yes, there you go. Hope that helped a little bit. Let me know in the comments, any questions, and if you've got any other ideas for any videos that you might want to see, let me know. But have a great day. What a good girl.